and we're gonna be talking about the NBA playoffs. And we had a good weekend of NBA playoff games. A couple of blowouts. It definitely was a couple of blowouts. Last night's game was a blowout. The Cleveland game was a really good game. I thought Cleveland for a second might have lost it, was about to lose that game. And then the San Antonio Spurs game was a blowout. OKC's game was a blowout. But, guys, if you guys had to pick an upset in this playoff series, which series would you say was most likely an upset would occur? Colin, let's hear your thoughts. Which series do you think would most likely result in an upset?
I'm going to give you one, and then I'm going to give you a possible. I think one upset might be – I want to give it to let me see. Because I had one, and then I was just looking at the score. I was like, psh. My possible one, though, is the Pistons and the Cavs. Like, that game was so close that game was so close.
Wait a minute. So you're telling me you think the Pistons will be able to upset the Cavs in 7 games?
Nah.
Wait,
I said it's a possible.
Okay,
I said it's a
possible.
possible.
Okay,
yeah, it's a possible.
I'm gonna let you.
It's a possible.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you flourish. Go ahead.
I'm gonna let you flourish.
Yeah, do your thing. Bro.
You know, that game was kind of iffy. Celtics and the Hawks, they a good series. That's a 4 and a 5. It's not like really obvious upsets. There's like low key upsets that'll possibly happen. You know, I don't want to say it, but probably the biggest upset would probably come from the Clippers. Okay. Unfortunately, because that trouble, 95 and 115, that's 20 points, but still. So that's still 95 points.
So you think that's the most likely upset?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Rashad, what about you?
See, I'm looking at this, and the game. I mean, the game people want to say is, I feel like most people want to say like you got the Celtics and the Hawks. What do you mean? Celtics would be an upset, but technically, is that really an upset when it's 4 and 5?
Yeah, they got the same.
I mean, when you say the higher seed wins the upset, but at the same time they're 4 and 5. So that's the one most people be like, yeah, I can see that happening. But honestly, I don't know if that's an upset. But I do upset is I told you guys my new favorite player once Kobe retires, PG Trece, is coming through and he's dominating. Watch him dropping 27 in the second half. The Pacers will beat the Raptors. Upset city.
See, I had picked initially the Celtics and the Hawks to be upset, but then that Avery Bradley injury has got me like on pins and needles now, because now it seems like he's unlikely because he strained his hamstring. It seems like he's unlikely now to finish off the playoffs, the rest of the series. So now I'm sitting here, I'm like, I don't know.
Is that an upset?
I mean, the seeding would warrant it to be the upset, but
I mean that's 4 and 5, and they have the same record too.
I mean, it'd be like.
I wanted to say that too, but
it'd be like so. It'd be the same thing if you said that if the Portland upset the Clippers, they're 4 and 5, but that'd be a big upset because nobody thinks Portland.
Oh yeah,
but they're still 4 and 5. You know what I'm saying? It's still a 4 and 5 thing. So I feel as though that still essentially works the same way. But I think maybe we're not looking at it as upset because of the difference in talent. But
and it's 53-29 versus 44-38.
Yeah, but I still feel as though even though it's 4 and 5, that would still be an upset. But now that Avery Bradley got hurt, I don't know if they would, because he was their best wing defender, and he was checking Kyle Korver the whole time, and he was moving between Kyle Korver and Jeff Teague and Dennis Schroeder. So now I'm a little bit iffy on that. One. And then like Rashad was pointing out, the Toronto and the Indiana series about that. I mean, we have one game to see now about that game, so we kind of, it's easier to kind of say it's an upset because they lost. But if we were just coming into the series and just saying who would win, here's the thing about Toronto for me, because Toronto it's hard not to act like we didn't see game 1. So with that game 1 under the belt and having seen how they played in that game 1, you're seeing, because they were winning against the Pacers for most of the time, and then like he said, Paul George came through and he told us, he looked at the bench and told them, I got us. And then he really did have.
He said, I gotta do what Kobe did.
I gotta put the team
on my back.
Yeah, and he really showed up and he played. And it's one of those things that you're looking at it. He's the primary defender on DeMar DeRozan, and Paul George is a 6'9", 6'8" dude. DeMar DeRozan is about 6'7", 6'6", and Paul George was giving him problems. He was struggling with Paul George guarding him.
Problems.
So what?
Him and Kyle Lowry.
And the thing is, Kyle Lowry was just so off. I didn't get it because it's not even like George Hill or Monte Ellis was strapping up Kyle Lowry. He was honestly just missing. And I was looking at it, and Kyle Lowry was just off. He was honestly just having an off night because he was missing shots. He was missing runners in the lane. Hits. He was missing legit point blank layups. I was like, what is going on with Toronto? And they were at home. I was like, yo, y'all need to get Drake away from courtside, do something because he's just doing something to y'all because it's just not working out.
Everybody.
You know what I'm saying?
Honestly, if you look at the Raptors, they're just the Bengals. That's honestly what they are.
They're a good regular season team.
They're a good regular season team that can't win in the playoffs.
And it's amazing because last year you get swept by the Wizards. That's why I thought they would at least advance to the next round because
advance. Maybe you can say we get to the.
Advance to the next round. Because I didn't have that kind of faith in Toronto because the next round they play Miami, and I never even before this.
You can't pick against them.
Huh?
You can't pick against Miami.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna pick against Dwayne Wade, Hassan Whiteside, and the crew, especially if Chris Bosh. If Chris Bosh was healthy, if Chris Bosh was healthy, man, I would be loving to see Cleveland and Miami in the Eastern Conference Finals.
If you think about it, Miami ain't lost to Cleveland this year.
They haven't. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? They're a good matchup for Cleveland. And Miami's what? The 3 seed?
Yeah.
So they're right behind Toronto and Cleveland. So I'm not going to pick Toronto to beat them.
I mean, that could be a good Eastern Conference matchup.
It could be. You know what I'm saying? We could have one. I just wish Chris Bosh was healthy. I honestly wish he was healthy. It sucks that he's going through this whole blood clot thing and all that. It honestly sucks. I wish him good health. I hope he gets better and can play because these past 2 seasons – you could honestly say if Chris Bosh is healthy, you don't know where the Heat would have ended up. I mean, last year they didn't make the playoffs, obviously. But that helped them in a sense because they got Justice Winslow with that 10th pick.
Great bench player coming from him.
Yeah, you know what I mean. And then
sometimes he starts too.
And then what's his name? Josh Richardson is that name?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
emerged out of
balling.
nowhere.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. He's balling. Like Pat Riley is finding these guys out of nowhere. Every single time they need a need or something, Pat Riley goes and gets the guy and brings it in. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. That's the championship culture that is in Miami, and so that's why it's hard. I guess it would because I really don't have faith in the Celtics like that anymore since Avery Bradley got hurt. But then watch them be like, well, watch this, Isaiah Thomas or something like that's gonna be like, watch this. But yeah, I probably agree for sure. It'd be Indiana and Toronto because Toronto just seems like when it comes to the big lights, they kind of shrink. And then Kyle Lowry, I just can't believe he was that. DeMar DeRozan got strapped up. Like I just can't stress how badly he got strapped up. But all right, y'all, let's gonna wrap it up for today. Before you gonna say? What are you gonna say?
At least Toronto knows what it feels like to be in the playoffs, unlike those Rams.
Oh, you just had to say that.
I can add a little bit more time. You want okay. At least Cleveland knows what it gets to like to get to the finals, even though they lost. All right, at least the Panthers
applies to your team.
At least the Panthers. It does apply to my team, but it's not like your team is exempt either. Your team has the talent. That's the problem. People pick your team to go to the Super Bowl, but where they always been at home. My team, nobody picking my team. I have no problems. Every season, I'm stress-free. Y'all Dallas Cowboy fans always sitting there watching the TV. I hope Redskins lose. I hope the Redskins lose. We're almost there. We just need one game. Just lose. And then one time, y'all were in position to beat the Redskins to make the playoffs, and you lost. Because you know why? The Dallas Cowboys are some losers over the past 10 years. And so are we. We all suck. That's exactly the point. Don't talk about my team. We just lose a little bit better than y'all, and we get draft picks for it. Y'all just lose, and y'all in the same spot. Y'all the same spot. That's exactly.
What happened? Where's Chris Long?
Where's Chris Long?
Where's Sam Bradford?
Hey, where's Austin? Where's Austin? Miles Austin.
Miles Austin wasn't a first round pick for us.
Where's DeMarco Murray? Huh? He's on the Tennessee Titans. Yeah, he's on the Tennessee Titans. He was y'all leading rusher a few years ago.
Was.
But y'all weren't smart enough to keep him. No, and y'all let him go.
He wanted too much money.
Winners pay the money. Winners pay the money.
Hey,
you want to win, you pay the money.
Pictures ain't getting paid like that.
You said what?
The people on pictures ain't even getting paid like that. Even Gronk ain't getting paid like that.
But they weren't leading receivers. Gronk is getting paid. Gronk is getting paid. Tom Brady took a pay cut so Gronk could get paid. Maybe you should tell that advice to Tony. He wants to win. You know what I mean? Maybe you should take a little bit of advice.
We have the pieces, and we're getting the last piece.
Hey, remember that game when they played the Patriots? He tapped Tom Brady and said, "I see you in February." February. Come on, man. See him in February on the TV.
Hey, at least he had the opportunity
call him collect
that because your team had no chance of making it at all.
No. You said he had the opportunity to do that. When on the phone? Yeah. Last time I checked, the Dallas Cowboys didn't make the playoffs this year. Last time I checked, 2 years ago when the Patriots went to the Super Bowl, the Patriots handled their business. Where's Sony?
Wasn't
he at home?
Stop bringing up the year we got
Wasn't he at home?
We got robbed.
That's y'all best season. That's the season y'all always go to when y'all want to talk about the Dallas Cowboys.
We got cheated.
But y'all lost.
Because we got cheated.
Y'all lost.
Got cheated.
All I heard is that in the L. Both our seasons ended in L. We were just at home sooner, enjoying vacation. That's all it was. Y'all were on the road more longer.
Y'all go on vacation where?
Take notes from the Dallas Cowboys.
Y'all go on vacation in week 12.
Take notes from the Dallas Cowboys.
Y'all go on vacation in week 12.
Who takes notes from the Dallas Cowboys? Huh?
Y'all go on vacation in week 12.
Who takes notes from the Dallas Cowboys? The Toronto Raptors. The Toronto Raptors. That's who take notes from the Dallas Cowboys. Actually, I forgot. Toronto made the playoffs. The Washington Wizards, right? That's who take notes because they played the playoffs in the past 2 seasons. But Dallas Cowboys made the playoffs in the past 2 out of 10 years. So I guess the Washington Wizards would apply. You know what I'm saying? Hey. Last time they made the playoffs was before these past 2 years.
Finish a 16-game season.
Huh?
Finish a 16-game season.
We do finish. We do finish.
Y'all lose hope because y'all already know when the divisions won at when the Seahawks was 2-3, they was like the Seahawks has clinched the division. That's how bad you guys were.
Nobody said the Seahawks got clinched. Don't do that because you can say that in the NFC East. A team could have been 3-6 in the NFC East this year and been like we clinched the division. That division was so bad. At least we can say our division is tough. So we actually have competition going into the playoffs. Yeah, it's all right. It's all right. But then when you were making the case for San Francisco's toughest schedule, you want to talk about the division's tough. Oh, now it's all right. Now we're talking about the Rams. Oh, so you want to switch the argument for when you're talking about all right. Oh my God. Y'all, that's gonna wrap it up for KBR Sports today. It's been the best sports talk show of your 24-hour day. Coming to you on WODU Studios, the best in college radio. Listen to us on Rabble TV, on Spreaker, and here on YouTube. And also tweet us our KBR Sports Twitter handle at KBR_sports. Also subscribe to our KBR Sports YouTube channel. You can see our past shows and past segments on there. And also listen to us on iTunes, where you can listen to our past podcasts on there. Make sure y'all tweet us and leave comments on the YouTube videos so we can read your YouTube comments and
Rabble.
Yeah, and also Rabble. So, all right, y'all. That's going to be it for today.